Okay, so today we speak about the second session, which speaks about the multiple choice grammar test. So multiple choice grammar test is one of the items that used in testing our students the grammar. So what is a multiple choice grammar test? So A, if you see here, the boys dot dot dash dash football at the moment. A, playing, B, are play, C, play, D, are playing. So B here, the boys dash dash football at the moment. In two brackets, there is a word play. So are both of these questions objective? Yes, both of them, A and B, are objective. But are both of them multiple choice? No, only A is multiple choice. So B is not multiple choice. So here in multiple choice, we have the boys dash dash football. This is called STEM. This provides a context of the structure being tested. So A, B, C, D, we call them options. So these are designed to evaluate pupils' understanding of the structure being tested. So here, the question, this code is STEM, and A, B, C, D, we call them options. And then D is the answer because the boys are playing football at the moment. This is the present continuous. So A, B, C, we call them distractors. So here, this is the clear. So all of them are called options. And then A, B, C, we call them distractors because these are incorrect answers. And then the answer is called answer. So our playing is an answer. The others are distractors. So there is one correct answer and usually between 1 and 3 incorrect distractors. We call them distractors. The more distracted there are, the harder it is for weaker pupils to guess the answers. So when you have more distractors in multiple choice question test, that means it becomes harder for the pupils to guess the correct answer. So in this case, we should have just 3 incorrect answers, or we call them 3 distractors for multiple choice questions. So why do we use multiple choice grammar test? Why? So multiple choice test do not show us whether or not our pupils can communicate in a second language. So in multiple choice question, there is no communication. There is only checking whether our pupils have understood the grammatical items or not. Yes, we are testing them on grammar. We are not testing them or seeing how they communicate with their pupils and so on. And also weaker pupils may also choose the correct answer by chance, and this could be disadvantages of multiple choice questions. You may find weaker students who do not know the correct answers, yes, they might get the correct answers by chance. However, good multiple choice tests have a number of important advantages. Let us see the advantages of multiple choice grammar test. So here they are reliable. We can choose the word reliable from here. They are reliable. They give us full and accurate information about pupils' knowledge. We can use the word knowledge here and put it there. They dash dash between pupils, or can say they discriminate between pupils, showing us which one are strong and weak. They does the teacher, they enable the teacher to test a variety of grammatical structures easily. They can be marked quickly and objectively. So this is the answers here. Okay. Yes. So number one, they are reliable. They give us full and accurate information about pupils' knowledge. They discriminate between pupils, showing us which ones are strong and weak. They enable the teachers to test a variety of grammatical structures easily. They can be marked quickly and objectively. So this is the advantage of multiple choice grammar test. So what makes a good multiple choice grammar test? Task 1, let us look at the following parts of multiple choice grammar test and identify the problems. So let us see the problems of these multiple choice grammar test. Number 1, the question stem should be as short as possible. Last summer, I, my parents, my brothers, and my sisters all around Europe, including a week in France and 5 days in Spain. A, traveled. B, have traveled. C, had traveled. So there should be no unnecessary words. So because here the stem is very long, it's not short. So what makes a good multiple choice grammar test? The stem should be as short as possible. So having long is stem, that's mean we are misleading our pupils in finding or in getting the correct answer. So it could be like this. Last summer, I to Europe. I traveled A. I have traveled B. I had traveled C. So what makes a good multiple choice, multiple grammar test? The stem should be as short as possible. This is number 1. 2, the question stem should use simple language. Should use simple language. The teacher was indolent. His pupils passed their exams. A, although. B, despite. C, in spite of. So indolent is an unnecessarily difficult word. So instead of using the word indolent, we can say the teacher was lazy. His pupils passed their exams. A, although. B, despite. C, in spite of. So here, what makes a good multiple grammar test? The stem should use simple language. Number 1, we said the stem should be as short as possible. Number 1, we should use a simple language in the stem. Let us go to the third one. Only one of the options should be correct. Also, what makes a good multiple choice grammar test? There should be only one correct answer, not two. If you shouting at me, I will leave. If you carry on shouting on me, if you carrying on shouting at me, if you do carry on shouting at me. So in this sentence, carry on is the best answer, but do carry on might be correct in the same context. So you can carry on shouting at me. If you do carry on shouting at me, I will leave. So here, carry on is correct and do carry on also is correct. So what makes a good multiple choice grammar test? So there should be only one correct answer, not two answers. Let us go to number 3. Only one of the options should be correct. So this is the same that we had. Number 4, the distractors should be effective. The distractors should be effective. He yesterday. He didn't come. He didn't came. Not came. Not like. So here it is obvious that not like is not the answer. So we should omit or we should delete not answer because not effective. So the student from here knows that not like cannot be the answer, you know? So here, didn't come, didn't came, not come, not came, not like. So the word not like should not be written as an option. So good distractors are based on common mistakes. 5, all the options should be the same part of speech. All options should be the same part of speech. She met me 2 weeks, dash, dash. 2 weeks went, or go, or follow, or ago. So the distractors like went, go, follow, those are verbs. And the answer is an adverb. So the distractors and the answer should be the same part of a speech. We cannot have distractors, verbs, and then the answer is an adverb. So a pupil can guess the answer of this question simply by knowing that a verb cannot follow 2 weeks. They know that, you know. So in this case, they should be the same part of speech. 6, a question should ideally only test one grammatical point. We can't test two things. So my friends have just arrived. My friends has just arrived. So A and C, this is testing verb agreement. We know that the plural goes with have and the singular goes with has. This is testing verb agreement. And just have or just has, this is word order. We are testing the students to know where they put just. If is just is put after have or before have. So in this case, we are testing them the word order, mean just have or have just has or has just, you know. So here, these A and C verb agreement, they have just or has just, and the word order they have just or just have. So
Yes,
the question,
Professor, you
yeah,
mean that the student
mm-hmm.
will know the answer is have just or just have, but he didn't know
Yeah. So
uh,
here, are you testing? You have to test
the
them on
verb
one thing.
agreement and verb order.
Yeah. In the test, we should test them on one things. If you want to test them on verb agreement, just on verb agreement. If you want to test them on the word order, you can make it another, not in one stem. Clear? You have to test
Yes,
them in one grammatical point, not in two, not in word order, or you don't put them in one as options in one stem.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is number 6. Let us go to, so here it could be like this. So a question should ideally only test one grammatical point. If we want to test both grammatical points, it might be better to divide this question into two. We has just or have just, this is verb agreement. My friends have just or just have, this is word order. We have to separate them, but we can't put them in one stem. So however, this is not always possible. Number 7, the distractors should not use much more advanced language than the answer. So my mother dash dash me to tidy my bedroom. So here taught, hadn't been taught, had been taught. So the distractors like hadn't been taught and had been taught are advanced language. So the distractors should not use much more advanced. So here, the simple option is the answer of this question, here taught. So in cases like this, stronger pupils often assume that the simplest option cannot be the correct. So in this case, the strongest student might just choose B or C. So they put in their mind that this simple cannot be the answer. So in this case, that's why if what makes a good multiple grammar test, so the distractors should not use much more advanced language than the answer. So in case of like this, we have to change them like this. My mother taught or till or was taught, you know. So the language used in all the options is now of approximately the same level of difficulty. So now they are the same level of difficulty, not like before. 8. It should not be possible to eliminate distractors because of clues in the question stem. So some students here, they know that if like my sister gave me a flower, pretty, they know that orange cannot be the answer because they know that me an orange, if there is an, it could be B. But when they say they know that B could not be the answer. They eliminate one, and then they will try to choose from A, C, and D. So this is not good. So what makes a good multiple choice question test? So it should not be possible to eliminate. Don't give the student chance to eliminate distractors because of the clues, because you give them a clue here, air. When we say they know that number B cannot be the answer because orange, no, an orange, not a orange. So they will eliminate this, and then they are going to choose from A and C and D. So in this case, the A in the stem means that a pupil can eliminate option B even without understanding the correct order of the adjectives. They will do that. Don't give them clue in the stem. So in this case, we can change orange. We can change orange. You can say just pretty red, little red, or red pretty little, or little red pretty, or pretty red little. So it is now not possible for pupils to eliminate. So any of the options simply by looking at the in the question stem. 9. The answer to one question should not appear in the stem of another question. Look at question number 1 and 2. He arrived dash dash A an hour ago, before an hour ago. So number 2, you came to Sudan a year ago. So here they know that because here the answer of question 1 appeared where in the stem of question 2. They're going to choose ago here, year ago, so the hour ago, So here they said that the answer to question should not appear in the stem of another question, So in this case, you have to change a year ago like last year, because you don't give the pupils chance to find the answer of question 1 in another question or in the stem of another question. I think it's clear. So in this, we can change into last year, not year ago, because here there is ago, hour ago. So when we say year ago, they will know that A is an answer. They get it from where? From what? From the stem of question 2. So there should be a sufficient number of questions. There should not be, I think, the number of questions like present simple. I usually dash TV after school. I usually watch, or I'm watching, or watching. Be my mother speak, or speaks, or is speaking. So this test is too short to show whether or not pupils understand the structures being tested. So here is very simple, like I usually dash TV. So they said this test is too short to show whether or not pupils understand the structures being tested. This is about. And here, yeah, welcome. Hello.
Mr. Shadi, try to.
Yes,
yeah.
There is a noise, I think, in your room.
A visitor come to my room.
Okay.
Sorry, I will mute the mic.
Okay. So each option should not be correct. So each option should not be correct approximately the same number of items in a test. For example, you find that number 1 is A, number 2 A, number 3 A, number 4 A, number 5 A, number 10. So pupils will assume they have made mistakes if they find that options A is the same answer to every question. So in this case, it's a problem also. The test answers should be, there should be a variety. If number 1 is A, number 2 should be C, number like this, yeah, variety. So this what makes a good multiple choice grammar test. So the options should not be approximately the same. So as a teachers, we have to make variety. Not all the answers is A, because the good students, sometimes they say, no, it cannot be like this. They're going to delete A, they put C, you're going to confused, you make them confused. So this is cannot make a good multiple choice grammar test. So these 11 points help you to design a multiple choice grammar test correctly. You know, we mentioned about 11 points that what makes a good multiple choice grammar test. I think this is the end. Now we have task 2. Task 2, they said that write 5 multiple choice grammar questions. You should write 1 question on each of the following. 1, the present simple with he, she, or it, using multiple choice grammar test. And then number 2, have got and has got. Number 3, using modal verbs like can or could or will, like this. 4, like the questions form of the past simple. Number 5, like use of ago. So each question should have 3 or 4 options. And then in this option, there should be 1 answer, and the others we call them distractors. I think this is the end of our lecture today. What do you think? Let us stop recording, and then we can ask questions and comments if you have any questions.